and most importantly, Sacred Black Sheeps. It's your host, Demont, here. I'm back with another video. As you can see of the title of this video, we are doing a Mercury Retrograde reading. And let me tell you, it is almost 6 o'clock. It is 5:42 in the morning right now. It's not even a whole 24 hours, right, since this Mercury retrograde, and I woke up already to some bullshit. I mean, not personal with me, but I wake up. I try to stay away from social media as soon as I wake up, but I get on there, and the first thing I see is some beef going on. Beef. Well, I don't even know if it's beef, but you know how the media likes to orchestrate shit. So now the South Asians, it's basically the blacks versus the Muslims now. I don't understand how we even come to that conclusion that we are beefing. It's like, how does that even start? So I end up going through the comments, and apparently there's this video going around where somebody was at a bar, and I guess it was like an ethnic bar, and somebody made a snide comment about how it's a little, like, I guess the scent of the place was a little radical or something like that. So then people took offense. Now it's a whole war with Middle Easterns and Black Americans versus Black people. I'm just like, how the fuck? Like, damn. It's like already shit is going. Already we got wars going, right? But, oh, look at that. Heal yourself. But, right, before I went to sleep, I was listening to, actually I'm still gonna play it now. I've been listening to a 10-hour loop of Majora's Mask's Song of Healing. So I'm gonna have that playing in the background the entire time. So that's kind of funny how that popped up when I shuffled, right? So clearly, well, for those who don't know, right, Mercury retrograde is that time of season, or is that moment in time where things start to kind of get you to reflect on things, right? Things from your past, or people, places, and things from your past may resurface to your present, probably unresolved issues that need to be resolved. And also it's a good time to kind of take it back, reevaluate everything, and to not even really execute anything. Right now is probably these next few weeks are probably the worst time to execute anything. This is the perfect time to really reflect, reevaluate, and just like continue planning and expanding on your ideas. And as you see with the Heal Yourself reading cards, right, as we're going to be pulling out, there's some healing that needs to be had, right? Wow, books of the Bible. So we about to get biblical today on a Mercury retrograde. At the bottom of the deck is God. Ibiza God Tarot, the Major Arcana. Wait, I'm not doing these. That's 3 of them, but I just want one more. But as far as need though, right? I mean, I've been chilling lately. Still haven't moved yet, as you can see, but it's not a big deal. I'm not in a rush, especially now that we are in the Mercury retrograde. I'm taking my time on every fucking thing. I don't give a damn what anybody is trying to do. I'm not being forced. You can't force me to do anything at this point. I just want to make sure that I can see myself recording. Okay. Oh yeah, that's a perfect deal. The Anubis Oracles. Also, maybe we're just doing oracles today. Maybe that books of the Bible, we might get into a whole scripture or something. Who knows? But I've been just been chilling. I'm gonna do one more, and then if another oracle pops out, then that's it, y'all. It's another oracle reading, which is probably necessary anyway. look at that. We got the Black Moon astrology cards, which I had in my mind anyway, because we are talking about Mercury retrograde. So, because this card flipped out, right, I will pull, like, I'm going to handpick the Mercury retrograde card from this deck, and I will read to you what it exactly means. So that will be the first card we draw from the decks. And then we have the Kawaii Tarot. And at the bottom of the deck is the Hero's Journey Stream Oracle. We may pull that, but we have our tarot, which is the Kawaii, which is cute though, because you know, they got like little images, like cartoon emojis, I would like to call them, because they're just like little pictures. Alright, so let's get into it then. Alright, we gotta find stuff first. If I had my setup, we wouldn't take another hour to try to find shit. So we got the Black Moon. Oh, where did I put the Kawaii deck? Sugar Honey Iced Tea. It was the Black Moon. Then we have the Heal Yourselves, which I probably have at the bottom of this darn bag. Oh wait, there's the Kawaii deck, because I know I'll put that with the Starman Tarot, right? Because it's such a small deck compared to the Starman, which is like a larger deck. I think I might pull these as well. You know, those are my cards that I created. But yeah, the Anubis Oracles. But what I would like, right, I guess to happen during this Mercury retrograde is for a resolution, right? I feel like if people are coming back from your past, right, I understand you're probably tired, you got fed up, you're just sick of the bullshit with everybody, and I wholeheartedly understand that. Books of the Bible. I wholeheartedly understand that. However, if you still got issues and you still have some type of ill will towards somebody, I think it's important that we try to heal, right? To heal ourselves, to not to just heal ourselves, but to heal the situation in general. It's like there's no point to continuously hold grudges to people, right? I get it, you're hurt. Yes, they done some fucked up shit, and I'm pretty sure it was extremely foul. I'm not asking you to take them back. It's just more so about if you feel like you want to move on with your life. And as I was reading the comments, right? Well, I wasn't reading all the comments, but with this song right here, right? Somebody wrote, I think it was the very first comment down. It says, it is incredibly compelling that a song titled The Song of Healing is probably the game's most harrowing and harsh piece of music. A piece that doesn't heal in the traditional sense, but rather allows one to move on. And that's what basically is what is, I feel like, needs to be discussed. Well, no, I don't think I need to discuss that with y'all. I need to discuss that with the people that y'all have issues with, right? Regardless of how bad the situation is, it's important, you know, as they're still alive, to kind of make amends with people. It's, I can't find the other cards. I'm trying to figure out. Move left and figure. Yeah. That's all I can really get at the moment, because I'm kind of out of focus right now. I'm trying to find. How did I? What the hell? Oh, I guess I can't find them. Oh, I forgot I had a cat in here. Jesus. She's so quiet. I guess I can't do the books of the Bible at this moment. And I don't want to spend too much time, right, trying to find it. This is why I need my setup soon. So hopefully today will be the actual day I move over. First card, right? Or first card. The first piece of cards. Oh yeah, the first deck. Of course, right? It's 6 o'clock in the morning now. The trash wants to be taken out, right? Oh, time to take out the trash, right? Mercury Retrograde. So as I split the deck, we have Mars and Cancer. Oh wow, look at that. So I have Cancer and my Mars, or Mars and Cancer. So it says force and I feel. So I feel like there's going to be force. Somebody's going to be trying to force themselves in. Taurus I have. Oh wait, why am I shuffling? I told you I was supposed to be handpicking the Mercury Retrograde card and then showing you the card itself and then reading to you what that is. So we can have a full understanding of what are we going through right now for the collective. I don't know. I'm still going to shuffle a card out. There we go. I'm still going to shuffle a card out, but let me read this one first. I know y'all, I'm a little unorganized and discombobulated, but hey, we're all not perfect. But it says 51, Mercury Retrograde. I'm pretty sure I've read this in another video before, along with that Black Moon spread, but hey, there's nothing wrong with reading. But it says Mercury Retrograde, reinvention. Mishaps are like knives that either serve us or cut us as we grasp them by the blades or by the handle. James Russell Lowell. Mercury retrograde is regarded as a time when things tend to go wrong. In actuality, it marks a 3.5 week period, because I don't know what the hell I just did. I'm still focused. Okay, it can still see. Awesome. A 3.5 week period where any important action should be postponed, right? About 3 or 4 times a year, Mercury goes through a motion called retrograde, which means to go back or retreat. But although Mercury, the planetary of slippery wit, fluency, and adaptability, the inner planet so close to the sun, because I feel like that's loud, so close to the sun appears to be going backwards. It's not. The retrograde movement of a planet is just an illusion because the Earth is orbiting the sun at a different speed than Mercury and the other planets. Still, from an astrological point of view, planets in retrograde motion cause potent effects on the Earth below. No planet goes retrograde as often as Mercury because it is never more than 28 degrees from the sun. Are you fucking serious? Like any other time, right? It'd be quiet. But as soon as I promise you, as soon as I start going live, everything around the world wants to start making noise. That's that right there. That's Mercury retrograde, but that's also people trying to stop you, right, from whatever it is that you're also supposed to be doing. You may not feel like it's important at the time, but clearly other people find it's more important for you to not do it. Also keep that in mind. So if you ever feel like you are in the middle of trying to do something for other people to distract you from that, they're trying to distract you from that, from whatever it is, because they see the value in that that's going to help you transcend and move forward or even reinvent yourself, right? No planet goes retrograde as often because it's never more than 28 degrees from the sun. And because of this, it has given us the dubious phrase that when something goes haywire, many exclaim, Mercury must be in retrograde. Mercury isn't a predictable planet going along its normal direct path, but once it goes retrograde, it's akin to trying to drive a car backwards. All things ruled by Mercury suddenly begin to wobble and go off kilter. However, if you're a writer, when Mercury is retrograde, it's the perfect time to revise your writing. Mercury is the counterpart of Hermes, the Greek Olympian god, the sly trickster who is not only big on pranks but also false moves. Exactly. He is the god of transitions, roads, and boundaries. Look at that. That's probably the distractions and trickery that's happening right now. The very name Hermes has to do with speech and implies he is a translator. Mercury, as Hermes, conveys information. When that information comes to us wrongly because of Mercury's unpredictable retrograde motion, nothing seems to go right. Firstly, when this card comes up in a reading, back up all of your equipment, your computers, cell phone numbers, and address books. Anything to do with technology and mechanics, electrical appliances purchased at this time may end up needing to be returned. Any sale items will often turn out to be massive duds. Don't make the mistakes of purchasing a vehicle at this time either. If you are to have your vehicle repaired, expect making another visit to the shop to have something revisited or corrected. You know, it was so crazy because I think in the last retrograde, right, my bike ended up breaking, or my bike had a flat, got it fixed for it to get another flat, right? So, right, it'd be shit like that. How long will this period last? When the Mercury retrograde card comes up, give the matter 1 week and then ask the same question after that week. You will want to carefully go over any contracts you sign and check any email or letter you sent. If you are about to leave on a trip, leave early because you must expect unusual delays to occur. To make sure you have clothing for all types of weather because the temperature and conditions are likely to change. Mundane matters aside, retrograde planets are said to be more empathetic. And that means that, strangely, we are more silently and internally keyed into their energies. This causes unusual and fated meetings and occurrences to happen. You may meet up with somebody you haven't seen in years at the most unexpected place. You may have a conversation with someone with whom only have a superficial relationship with. Then suddenly you connect to that person, causing a much deeper rapport. If you are asking about the strengthening of a relationship, this is not a good time to get married, but it's an excellent time to renew your vows. It is not a good time to initiate a divorce or end a relationship, though, considering how soon Mercury moves forward again, because if you do, then the relationship will soon move forward again. If you are feeling hopeless and worried about a relationship is never going to work, the Mercury retrograde card is actually a good one to turn up in a reading. It means there is more than what you know about the situation at the current time, and that its possibility of the relationship getting on its legs and moving ahead is very likely. It is also a fortuitous time to connect with a lover from the past. It is a time to revisit, reinvent, and renew. Mercury retrograde card in brief. Glitches. Oh, wow. So that probably could be connected with the last reading that I did with that full moon, because I remember with the psychology card with the Sigmund Freud oracles, I think there was like an error, and I was talking about the glitch, somebody being a glitch in the system, gamer, it was like a gamer playing mind games and shit like that. Screw ups, miscommunication, carelessness, cancellations, misunderstandings, unfavorable time for explaining or resolving arguments, eruption of quarrels, mechanical failures, missed flights, faulty computers, difficulties reaching a decision, poor judgment, mistaken purchases, unfavorable time to launch businesses, right? Fixing what is broken, a job accepted not turning out as planned, life slowing down, contemplation, changes and unforeseen changes in schedules, revision, reinvention. Corresponding tarot card is Two of Swords, Key ideas, blunders, cancellations, unexpected failures, getting off track. Oh, wow, that's a lot. So, yeah. Hopefully that helped in some way. But collective, yeah, hopefully we are at a point where we've established something already. And the thing that we already established was prior to, honestly, right? Because that last full moon was the harvest moon. So whatever you've been working on previously, right, earlier in the years, you should be slowly reaping the benefits now, right? But now that that's out the way, we're going to actually pull a card, but I'm not going to read from it though. But like I told you before, these cards kind of speak to me, so it'd be right. It wouldn't be strange if the retrograde card still popped up again, right? Since we are in that energy and we want to kind of channel, I mean, we're kind of channel. We want to channel that energy for this reading. And again, I'm not even trying to use this as like me trying to foresee anything, but this is more so literally with these cards that have been picked out. This is like literally with that heal yourself. This is more self. This is for self. That Anubis Oracle, I can't do the books of the Bible because that could have been like a very crucial story. So because I don't have these cards right now, at the time of you watching this video, if you are religious, not a religious person, but you know, you're learning about religion, you just want to study like all types of religion. If you have the apps of any of the books, like the Quran, the Kabbalah, or even the Bible, right? If you have the verse of the day, I want y'all to read that. I think that verse of the day at the time of you watching this video will be crucial to whatever it is that's going on. You know, as of right now, until I can pull my own cards again. So we already got this out. But what is the messages that the collective need to know at this time? You know, I need to open up that window. It's a little stuffy in here a little bit. At the bottom of the deck is Saturn Truth. So truths are going to be had. Oh wow, look at that. So yeah, truths. That's the only card I'm pulling up. So truth. Saturn. So if you have Saturn, well, everybody has Saturn, right? What's in your Saturn now? I know I have Aquarius in my in Saturn, and then I have Scorpio for Pluto. So you may be dealing with well, I wouldn't say that, but Saturn is truth. So clearly something needs to be, some truths need to be said. I was trying to figure out like what the hell to say. But Saturn literally is about the karma. Ooh, shit, actually. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'll do the card in brief. That's number 6. Oh, 6 and 11 is, 11 is Pluto transformation and 6 is Saturn. Can you see that? Probably can. All right, I can't see that. All right, truce, number 6. It says, card in brief. Oh, it's the 3 of Swords, so it's that heartbreak. But that's the corresponding tarot card. In brief, it says restrictions, having tough luck, being put on hold, feeling denied, something flawed that needs to be corrected, the truth, what you need to know, what is solid in your life, working hard. I don't even need to go no farther. So basically what's happening is, yeah, during this Mercury Retrograde, you're finally going to get whatever truth that's been kept from you on any regards that matter. And I guess with that truth comes transformation. So that's literally a revelation. You're going to have, I think I'll end it with the heal yourself. I'll do the heal yourself. Wait, do the Anubis next. But that's essentially what that is. So if you've been dealing, it's not even, it don't matter what the situation is. It's just if somebody has been keeping you in the dark about anything, you're going to finally get the truth about the situation. And like I've said before, I understand whoever it is that hurt you, right? You're super fed up with that person. Granted, right? You have every right to not take them back, but at least hear them out, right? Transform, transmute that energy, and oh look, and underneath that is change. So yeah, it's time for a change, time for new beginnings, right? And as I already read before about with the retrograde, it's all about the past coming back, but reflecting cosmic influence. It says Mayat, Thoth, and Kepera. I'm terrible at names. I apologize. But if you're also right in the middle of trying to move any decisions that, like, I feel like right now, if you're in a position to make any decisions, it's like really sit down and evaluate them thoroughly. Like, get a book, write down the pros and cons of the situation. The desert is what popped out, and then we also have, is it Nam or Knam? Because I think the K is silent, so I think I call him Nam, or maybe the H is silent and it's, you know what? I'm sorry. And then you have Sphinx. Oh, well, it says Master Craftsman, Creator of Form, Organizing Principles. I end up reading the actual card for this, and he's essentially the creator, right? He's the one that sculpts he's created human life. As you see here, he's a potter. So you see he's got the clay, he's forming, he's got his tools there as well. And then also the horns could be indicative of, I was going to say Taurus, but I'm getting, well, yeah, Taurus because of the earth, the way he's molding, using the clay, right? And then, but Aries, though, it's all about that action. Where it says organizing principles, creator of form, and then the Sphinx, divine messenger, earth altar, and cosmic library. Also, it's an important time to really kind of connect with, who your ancestors are. Oh, and at the bottom of the deck we have Hathor, the medicine woman, integration. So yeah, once your transformation, it's like, what are you integrating next? You got your truth, right? Your truth and clarity, but with this at the desert, sacred archetypal element of fire. So here you go with the fire. So there's your passion, your fire, and your desire. What is it? The desert. So what I'm getting here is like, you know how hot the desert is. It's very dry, hot. It's very intense heat. And it burns all day. But the thing about being in the desert is if you're out there with no type of equipment, right? You're just out there on your own, stranded, you're gonna be dehydrated. You're gonna start hallucinating, right? And getting into those mirages, the illusions, right? So I think this is probably the energy that you're in right now. And I think with the truth here, you're slowly about to come out of this illusion. But this desert, though, that desert, it's like you've been in that energy for a while now. I think that's another reason why this is here. This transformation in magic, or with Hathor here, the medicine woman, integration. It's literally transmutation. She's a healer, right? Medicine woman is a healer. So as we pick up the healing card, heal yourself cards, I split the deck and we have courage, which gives me strength, Leo, right? Card 8, and then the victim consciousness. I've kind of talked about that in a reading before about victim consciousness. How about, right? Victim consciousness and courage. It's, ooh, shit, right? So somebody's probably blaming other people's as well. But that strength there is needing to get the courage to step out of that energy, that illusion, right? Transform. Start to look at things for the truth of it all. Ooh, shit. Oh, wow. Pay attention to the signs. That's still victim consciousness, right? Collective. I also... let's see. Look at that. Discover your life purpose. So, right, family and tribe, collective, right? Oh, shit, right? Still in this illusion, but coming out of this illusion, out of the delusion, the mirage, right? The desert. It's also still co-creating with the sun. At least you still got the sun there, who's like burning all over. So it's not like you're not being watched over by God Himself. It's just they're trying to get you. So you're being put to the test. This is what I'm getting now. Wow. Oh wow. Right? To discover your life purpose, which will essentially lead you into your soul, your family, and tribe. So with the truth, the desert, and discovering your life purpose, and then transformation, Hathor, and family and tribe. This is beautiful, right? So maybe this is the reward after getting through the illusions of the retrograde, right? But for the heal yourselves, I want to read. It says, discovers your life purpose. So either you or someone you know needs to focus on themselves, right? Because somebody's too focused on you working, right? Or somebody's focused on somebody else doing work while they're just not really realizing what it is that they're supposed to be doing. So I think once somebody comes out of that illusion, out of that mirage, they'll start to get the truth and clarity about what they really need to do with themselves, right? But, oh wow, right? And some of you, this desert is here with the soul, I keep saying soul, but it's not there, but the family and tribe there, right? Some of you are in this desert by yourselves, lost in the sauce, right? Not even lost, but just wandering, trying to find your way. Well, yeah, you're in the desert. You're trying to find your way. You're trying to find your way. Discovering your life purpose. Oh, wow. So the truth is somebody collective is literally this, because this is the middle energy, right? So somebody is in this desert right now, trying to find the truths while they're discovering their life's purpose as well. But let's read it though. It says, discover your life purpose. Start asking yourself, what is the meaning of your life? As a soul who is having a physical experience, you are here to grow and learn. You are being asked to immerse yourself into this life by expanding, stretching, and understanding your reasonings for being here. Nothing is impossible for a soul who is following her or his destiny. Your guides, angels, and higher self are constantly communicating with you through signs, feelings, people, books, etc. Follow your hunches. You are being given important guidance, which may show up via a strong feeling to travel somewhere, to speak to someone, attend a seminar, write, paint, etc. No matter how far-fetched your inner guidance is, you need to listen. Your soul's purpose includes a combination of experiences that your mind doesn't understand, but that your soul needs to process to learn and grow. Some of these experiences will be enjoyable and heightened. Others will be challenging and causes you to struggle. But through them, you will know yourself. Give yourself permission to focus on what really makes your heart sing and put your intensity of emotions into attracting what you desire. Action. Ask questions such as, Divine Intelligence, help me to understand what is occurring in my life and how it is serving me. How it is serving my spirit. What is the next step for me? What is my mission here? When you are asking these questions, you need to give yourself some time and space to receive the answers. The answers may come from a book you read, a person you encounter, or your inner self. Keep a journal of your insights. So also too, right? I was watching a reading, and I can't remember the reading because I'm watching plenty of readings, right? But the one thing that stood out to me, because when she was pulling out her own personal cards, right? Because she has like this big box, and she has like a bunch of cards that she writes names, places, colors, quotes, all that. And that's where I kind of got inspired with my deck over here. But she had like a big box, like she calls it a treasure box, right? So one of those cards she ended up pulling out, it was just like, watch your favorite movie. Because you may end up getting like some type of message there. I'm like, the first movie that came to my mind was Kill Bill. I'm like, what would be a message in Kill Bill? And then it struck me once I got that movie, the beginning of the fucking movie, right? That's what came to me. And as we all know, well, if you don't know, right, Kill Bill is basically about a woman who was attacked, right, and was supposed to get murdered by her ex or her lover, right, her ex-lover, for then her to be put into a coma for about like 4 years. She reawakens and she's going to be kicking ass and taking names. However, right, before she started all that, the scene starts with her literally on the floor, beaten the fuck up. And she's like kind of getting herself together. But here comes Bill, right, talking to her, giving the dialogue. And, he basically is telling her that, you thought I was crazy now. This is me at my craziest. So he basically puts a bullet in her head. But as he's getting ready to pull the trigger, she's trying to tell him that this baby is yours. So at the same time as her revealing that truth, right? She gets a bullet in her head. So I had to watch both movies too. I ain't watching back to back because I ended up doing something else, and then I ended up going back to the second one. But watching that movie, it really made me realize that I even said it in another reading about how, right, the person that's watching this could be potentially in a situation where someone feels some type of way about you because of something that you did that you don't even have no recollection or awareness of, right? So you're looked like the bad guy, essentially, in this person's eyes. So they're going to do something out of pocket to you because their feelings are hurt about something you did, right, to protect yourself, essentially. Because as you watch the movie, well, not even the first movie, because it really goes into details in the second movie. But at the end of the first movie, Bill knows. Well, Bill has her baby, but she don't know that yet. And I think that even in the second movie, when she finds out that her baby is still alive, it takes her by surprise. But even in that scene though, right, when she finally kills everybody and she gets to Bill, there's a moment there, right, that you would think that there'd be some type of happy ending. Well, I mean, she kind of got her child and she killed Bill, but you would think that she would have kept him alive, and they would have tried to work it out. But because even like the conversation that they had right before she killed them, because he was just like, well, because I gotta really put it into perspective, because she explained to him what happened. So much so, right? And this is so crazy because like this is what happens when you fucking work with spies or assassins and shit like that, because their job is to kill and stuff like that, but they also are manipulators and liars. Like they have to do that in order to get the mission done, to get to their target. So because this group is fucking full of lies, they lying to each other, they don't know how to trust each other. So during the scene when she's like at the crib, right, he takes a gun. First of all, they're sitting there, calm, cool, and collected. She sees the sword. She tries to reach for the sword. Homeboy tries to shoot at her. Talk about you do anything else stupid, I'm gonna shoot you in your kneecaps. Crazy motherfucker. But then he commenced to then shooting her with a dart gun, right? A tranquilizer, or not a tranquilizer, but it's some truth serum. Apparently, that's not a real thing. But he can't trust her, so he shoots her with this truth serum so she can tell him the truth about everything that happened. So during one of her missions that he sent her out on, she found out that she was pregnant. Of course, in the middle of her mission, somebody tried to kill her. And in the middle of that, she explained to that person that I'm pregnant, so you can either take this L or you can leave with your life. And luckily the girl left with her life. But because she found out she was pregnant, knowing the type of person Bill was, she decides to go into hiding, change her name, and get married because she wants to have a normal life to then raise a daughter or to raise a child normally. Like, who wants to raise their child to grow up to be just like their father and their mother, right? Especially if you're out here killing motherfuckers. So that's what happened. She only did that to protect her child. So when Bill shows up at this wedding rehearsal, he is pissed the fuck off. Like, never did it dawn on him that, like, okay, this could potentially be my baby. The time span of it all. If I'm over here having sex with this woman, right, how would you not know? Especially if you was able to find her anyway. Because she faked her death, apparently, because he thought that she died. And when she thought she died, he ended up sending out spies or whatever to hunt the people that killed her, to find out that she's actually still alive and well and pregnant and getting married. So what do you expect for your psycho ex masochistic boyfriend ex is going to do? He going to hunt you down and he's going to fucking kill you. Like, but his reasoning was, right, for you to sit here and fake your death, right? To think that somebody that you loved died, for you to start a whole nother life, that hurt him. So he was heartbroken and he was upset and he was in his feelings. So because he was overly emotional, he decides to take it upon himself to ruin her happiness. Because if you really think about it, if she would have told him the truth, it's either she would have aborted the baby, she would have had to abort the baby, or he would have took the baby and still would have turned her into a killer, which, like, right? Like, so she did what she had to do to protect her child for him to still kind of infiltrate and take the baby anyway to raise her, right? So then when we go further into the second movie, right, when she's like talking to him, well, right, before they had that talk, she's sitting with him and her daughter, right? So of course he tells her the story about how BB is learning the story of life and death. So in this story, he tells the story that BB killed goldfish died. That's how she's learning about life and death. But what happened was she accidentally killed it. And how do you accidentally kill a fish? Well, she took the fish out the bowl and put it on the floor. She seen the fish flopping around, So what she does is stomp on it. And when she picks her foot up, the fish is dead. Curiosity killed the cat. Literally is with what I'm getting from that. But also, right, is what I also got from that is just like she did all that. She was doing all she lied, got married to protect her daughter from growing up to being a killer, right? To find out in that story that she's still going to grow up to be a killer in some way, shape, or form because she was still raised by Bill. Now, Bill didn't coerce her to doing anything of the sorts to killing that fish, so it still just could be the DNA gene, right? Both of them being cold-blooded killers. Don't know why I'm getting into the story of that, but I should have just got y'all to watch that movie. I just feel like it's in that realm of the truths, right? That illusion, that desert, right? She was in hell. She went through hell in both movies. And mind you, those movies, that technically is supposed to be one movie, but the movie was so long that they had to break it down into 2 movies. Now, mind you, if this was in this generation, Kill Bill would have been one big movie, just like we got that Justice League Snyder cut for like 4 hours, right? But yeah, she went through hell and high water. She killed every single body that she needed to. And also, on top of that, right, which is like, this is really brushed over too at that. It's like, it's not really, you don't put it into context. And I think this is kind of a good thing because of just what she went through. But when she was in that coma for 4 years, right, one of the nurses would get paid to have guys have sex with her. Because she can't get pregnant, because she's unconscious, a nurse literally would have people pay him to have sex with her. Unprotected at that. So you're unconscious and you have men just do whatever they want to you. I would wake up and kill everybody in that damn hospital if I had to, right? But, I don't know. Oh, is this the deck? This is not the deck. I pulled out the wrong deck, y'all. Wow, this is not the Kawaii deck. Why did I thought I had that with these together? That's the Hermetic Deck. Oh, wow, y'all. All right, so I guess we can't do the Kawaii deck because I'm not going in there to look for it. So we have the choices of the Starman Tarot, which I think I might just use. That's more of like my entertainment cards anyway. But I guess the moral of the story is like, oh wow, you have the Prince of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, right? She been through a lot. But the one thing that was so satisfying, right, about the ending is that they both got truth. Like, he understood what she did and she understood what he did, right? Not making it both right. Well, I mean, she had every right to hide from his ass because he's fuck crazy, clearly, right? You done killed me and my baby, right? Didn't even try to talk it out first, right? I mean, they had dialogue, but it's just like within that dialogue, not once did you try to, oh, this is yours, this, that, and the third. But what I didn't get is why she didn't tell him from jump, right? This man found you. What you thought was going to happen, though? That's what my thing was. Like, you sat here, you had sexual relations with this man. How do you not know this man through and through at this point, right? Oh, right, that was the point. Because he even got on that too. He was just like, he said that. It was like, oh, how did you not think that I would do something like that? And she was like, it's not that I didn't think that you would do something like that. I just didn't think you would do something like that to me. And I'm like, damn, that's deep. Because then you really got to think about it. It's like, if you're going to do this to me, then you're going to do this to anybody, which makes me not really feel special to begin with. I'm just like your property or some shit like that. I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm my own person. I do what I want. Look at that. 9 of Pentacles, right? Independent. And then she's also, well, the Queen of Pentacles is usually the grandmother, but the DNA there is though, like she still can give birth and she can still create life, right? And then she also started a new life, right? With that transformation. Medicine woman, right? Healing, right? Discovering your life's purpose, right? After you've done completed the mission, what is there for you to do now, right? Family and tribe, right? She did all that for the sake of her family, essentially, right? She wanted to have a family. That's all this is all the movie was about, right? She was literally about to be a wife, a mother, a wife and a mother, and that all got taken away from her. And because of that, right, she was labeled the bride because, you know, during the time of the movie that her name was like they wanted to keep anonymous. So, but she was labeled the bride, the blood spider bride, and she was on a roaring rampage of revenge. So just imagine, right? A woman scorned, and isn't that the saying? You know, hell have no fury like a woman scorned. Oh shit, right? And it really makes you think like about forgiving and learning too, right? Like, can you really forgive somebody who can do something so foul as to betray you like that, right? It makes me and it really made me think about just my a situation that I've been through in my past, right? About how I was cool with somebody and then something happened in the background on their end. I was left in the dark about it, but I was trying to communicate with them about it, right? For them to just kind of cut me off blindsidedly, right? Just like how Bill did. Oh, well, you know, Beatrix didn't really try to communicate until the last minute when, you know, she's about to get her head blown off about the baby being his. But nonetheless, she still tried to communicate with him, right? And in that moment, too, oh, and he also learned about regrets. Because he even told BB about, like, you know, making decisions, and how, like, you know, when you make certain decisions, you can't go back from them. And he even explained to her, yeah, I ended up shooting your mom in the head. Sorry about that, y'all. Looks like my video got cut. It is now 6:36 in the morning, right? And my alarm ended up setting off on my phone, which I forgot to turn off. And that's what ended the damn video. But as we did that, right? Talk about endings, 10 of Swords with the 2 of Cups. Oh, shit. And the 6 of Cups. Look at that. Talk about a retrograde, right? We talked about reconciliations or the past coming back. Well, here's the 6 of Cups, right? Look at somebody's outstretched towards a picture. It's like they trying to, it's like they want to be a part of it, basically. But with the 10 of Swords here, right, and this 2 of Cups, there's a little connection that is either ending, right? It's about to end or going to, or yeah, it's about to end or going to end, or has ended already, right? Basically, right? You pick your story. But 2 of Cups is a soulmate connection. But with this 10, though, you see there's 2 people here. And there's like a figure, there's like a face here. And what I see, right, is like somebody's trying to help this person that's in pain. And I think it's caused by this person right here. So, of course, you see they got this like little lightning bolt trying to strike them in the mouth. Because it seems like whoever this is putting curses on this person right here who they are trying to help. Oh, shit. So that could be a thing. Also, lightning too could be referenced into God. I always look at that, Zeus, whatever. Should I pull these down? No, I'm putting them back. Look, as I split the deck, there's the lovers there. So definitely there's a soulmate. Lovers, yeah. I was going to say twin flame, but I'm going to keep it general. It's a divine partnership, right? I want to say that at the very most. Because twin flames are for same sex. I'm lying. Forgive me. Twin flames are for opposite sex, right? Man and woman. While divine partnerships is everything else under that. 6 of Cups, 8 of Wands. So somebody from your past could be sending you a message soon. As well. Or somebody who you've been wanting to reconcile with is going to be finally sending you a message. Or and vice versa. You probably might be reaching out to somebody, to get some truth, to give somebody some truth about the situation. I know that's basically what Mercury Retrograde is about. I've said that already. Oh, wow. And then the star card is all about healing. So, I'm going to stop right here, and we're going to flip. Page of Swords. Words hurt, right? Words hurt. And sometimes you can end up hurting yourself from the things that you say to people, right? Regret. Page of Swords. Well, this is the Prince of Swords, but there's a crow here. But also in this back too, in the background, there is the. You see that? It's like Jesus. Apparently. And I always used to think that was like the Last Supper painting, but it's not, because it's just him sitting by himself. Well, you would think that's Jesus, right? Just because of the robe and the long hair and stuff like that, but you can still look at that as like some biblical reference, right? Books of the Bible, right? Fuck. But that also could be significant to something. But we have Saturn here, which is truth, with the Page of Swords. Swords is all about truth, not truth, but communication. Oh, well, it's just still trying to speak in the truth as well. The sword is down. Actually, the sword is dropped. He's dropped the sword now as it's falling from his hand. But you see, right, that same sword he was using against somebody, he's hurt. Or maybe because he was hurt, he's been trying to hurt other people as well. But the bomb is there, so there could be somebody feels like there's time running out. Somebody's biological clock could be ticking right now. Somebody could be going through a midlife crisis. Like, this could be significant to a lot of things. Also, right, because this is Mercury retrograde, you're going to start to feel this. Because it's like the truth is going to be coming up. People from your past you don't want to deal with. So you're going to be in this energy. I'm still hurt. So whoever's trying to come through, I might still end up hurting you as well. Right? Or maybe he's wanting to heal. Chariot, right? Still water, but it's the forward movement. This is actual like progression now. This is guaranteed progression. If it was in reverse, you'd be regressing, right? So moving forward from this pain, transmuting it, taking action, taking charge, taking charge of your life, taking full control of the situation. In the middle, right, we got it going full force, right? It's like going full force in this desert now. Fire and water here too. Temperance. Think about that as well. So you have the fire here, and then you have water here. Major Arcana. Could this be a major arcana? It says sacred archetypal element of fire. So that's the assumption of it actually being the fire element. Like just actual the fire sign. If we pulled from, from the black moon, we actually have fire element desire. So, right, your desires. Pushing forward your desires, right? You have the passion, you have your desire here, your passion desires. Now, how are you emotionally? How are you going to do this emotionally? How are you going to be emotionally invested into this now as well? You see, he has a sword in his hand too, right? He needs to speak some truth as well. Or is going to be speaking truth, but now allowing anybody to stop him from speaking his truth. This man is on a mission. We're not going to be... just don't worry about the genders, please, because we all have masculine and feminine energies. But this person is on a mission. Two of Wands. Control. Wow, right? They're on a mission to control. Taking control of them. Taking control of their lives. Discovering their life's purpose, right? It's also, you see, they're on top of the world too at that. Or not top of the world, but they're on top of the building. So it could be essentially on top of the world though. Once you gain that control of your life's purpose. I'm really upset that I don't have the kawaii. Oh wait, is it in here? Fucking A, you dumb bitch. Healing, because I don't need to be calling myself dumb. I am a bitch sometimes, but that's another story. All right, y'all. Here we go with the kawaii deck. Because I sat here and I'm like, because I thought I had it with the Starman Tarot. At the bottom of the deck, we have the devil, right? Addictions, bad habits, obsessions. Why are you so obsessed with them? Right? You could be obsessed with somebody, or it could be, you could be obsessed with an addiction, right? I was like, oh my God, I need to get high all the time. I just recently, I'm not gonna say I quit smoking, but the way my situation is right now, I can't afford to buy my smokes. I can't buy my weed, because the way I smoke, I smoke heavy. So I think at this point, it's just more so about me, because the way my situation is, I really am wanting to work on myself. Wow. This is random, really random, and I didn't even realize this until I just said wow, right? I'm looking over and somebody's name is literally Kawaii. Kawaii 3 Kawaii. How about that? Oh, at the bottom of the deck is 4 Wands, union, family, not family, but it's like when you just got married, or you're couple family. So like y'all, it's like togetherness, trying to create the family, right? Oh, and at the bottom, underneath that is letting go of burdens. Oh, and underneath this one, look at that, divine messenger, earth altar, and cosmic library. Connecting with the higher source. You something about cosmic library, that gives me like Akashic records. And look at that, temperance. I said temperance anyway, right? Because of fire in the water, and temperance still showed up in the middle. Hierophant, learning, right? Cosmic library. But the Hierophant, he plays by the books. He goes by the books. He's very traditional, right? Maybe you have been traditional and it's time to transform that whatever traditions that you have, right? So it's not holding you back. Page of Pentacles and 9 of Wands. Actually, let's put all these up here. This was in... I know this is probably like a long-ass, unnecessary reading, but this is just me still kind of figuring out how to really do this, have this set up as well, y'all. So please forgive me if, things don't work out the way they're supposed to for y'all in this reading. But hopefully you'll get some type of message that will help you on your journey. Page of Swords and Page of Pentacles. This right here, I was going to say this is one person, but this could literally be two people. And as I said before, right, there was four unions. What the fuck is a four unions? Four of Wands, which I was talking about a union. And as you see here, two people, right? Because you two people here, right? So you got Page of Pentacles, somebody who's working on something, right? Page of Swords, somebody who's watching. Wow, look at that. Look at that, y'all. I don't make this shit up. So somebody's literally watching you work. Watching you take control of your life. Take control of your life's purpose. But what I don't understand is, whoever this person is watching, are you doing the same thing? Right? I hope they're doing the same thing. But the Page of Swords is usually a spy too as well. Right? We don't have it here because he don't look like no spy. He just looks like somebody who's hurt. Who's short-tempered. Quick with their words, quick with the things that they say. Also, we have affinity symbol here that could be significant to somebody. I know it's significant to me in this year for right now, because once we go into year 9, then that's it. Oh wow, and the devil still showed up. Somebody needs to come forth about whatever kind of addictions, obsessions, toxicities, right? So as I explained to you before, collective, you might be dealing with somebody who's literally low vibing, somebody who's really put you through hell and high water, right? Oh, well, hell and high water. Well, the water is down below, but temperance is here though. So there's some type of resolve that needs to be had, especially since this is literally in the middle of the reading. But look at it from right to left, right? Because that's how I need to start doing it as well. Because most readers read from right to left. I'm a left-hander, so I think I read better reading right to left. But Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles, someone's spying, someone's working. Somebody could be doing both. Somebody could be working on spying on you, or somebody's spying on you while you work. But this page, though, is somebody who, well, both the pages. So they're either young, one of them is young, or they're fresh at what they're doing. They're new at what they're doing, so they're still kind of in that learning stage. They're still that student. They're still eager to learn something. To want. Oh, right. Discover your soul, your life purpose, right? So somebody is literally probably doing some research to their life purpose, so they can take control of their life, because they've been living in illusion in this desert, walking in this desert, right? This mirage for so long. And once they finally get the truth, once they finally get the truth. I said I was going to read right to left, but it seems like I got to read right to left to the middle. But it seems like once they get the truth and clarity about something, right? About whatever it is that's been hurting them, whatever kind of obsession that they have, whatever kind of addictions that they're going through, once they fight that, once they get through that and they acknowledge it, temperance, they'll be able to push forward in that desert. Actually, at a rapid pace too at that. Because that's Chariot. This ain't no nights. Ain't none of the nights. And I think the fastest night is the Knight of Swords. So I think this Chariot is even faster. Faster than that Knight of Swords. So. And temperance. Moving forward to healing. To your family tribe. Healing. Nine of Wands. See the wounded warrior. But Nine of Wands in this deck. The wands they're candy. But it's the candy canes. They're all this is me just trying to decipher what I'm looking at right here. Cause like I told you, like these look like emojis, so candy canes, but maybe right? Somebody's having a sweet tooth. For an empress. Aww. Aww. Because you got the world here. And the empress underneath the star and that Nine of Wands. What's underneath this again? Letting go. Divine messenger and change. I think it's about time, right? Somebody needs to let something go. We're in that Mercury Retrograde, so yes, it's time for somebody to come back. Temperance. We need to discuss. Talk about the truths. What was it that hurt? And I think this person, whoever is coming back, right, you're not pressing them. I think that's what it is. You're the one that's letting go. So whoever is watching this, they're probably, you've already let somebody go, right? Or somebody's about to let you go. Take it how it resonates, right? But whatever it is, right? Well, if they let you go already, right? Y'all already separated, but it's that energy, it's that cord cutting, right? You're breaking that tide off. That you're breaking that bond, that spiritual connection that you have with each other, because it's no longer serving you, right? Destiny. What's underneath that one, right? There's the craftsman, right? Taking control, changing your life, letting go. Sexuality, look at that. Come on. Being free. That sexuality is all about being free. Knight of Swords, right? Here we go. That fast movement. Fast travel. That's quick. You in and out. That's flighty energy. And then underneath that is the Two of Swords. Decision making. There's the Sun. But it's like, whatever the decision is, right? It's like you don't want to make a split decision, or it seems like you have to make a split decision, or the decision that you're in between, right, could leave you on a different path, right? It's all about your choices. So just be mindful of your choices, right? Because the choices that you take will lead you down whatever path. But, right, it doesn't matter what you choose, though, at least with this deck, because they all lead to that same destination. Exactly. They all lead to the same destination, but who, am I really showing y'all? Probably not, but at the end, I don't know if you can really see that, and I can't really get a good angle. But as you can see, if I can stop shaking, right? At the end of the steps, right? You can see like kind of right there, right? There's a light figure and there's a dark figure, right? It's all the same destination. It's just who do you want to end up with? And that's the enlightenment with that, the Sun. And I still got this Song of Healing too playing. I just feel like, regardless of if you choose not to want to move forward with this person, the universe, right, God, the divine, has orchestrated this event to happen for you to heal. It's not about trying to get back. It's not about getting back with them, getting married, having a new fresh start, none of that. It's just they're presenting themselves because they are aware of their behavior. And it's time for somebody to start telling the truth about what they have been doing, just so you can heal and move forward with your life. Because this right here is out of control, right? Page of Swords, I still feel like this person had this, either this person is the Page of Swords, because you got the Prince of Swords right here, right? Either this person is the Page of Swords, or they got really somebody watching you as you discover your life purpose, trying to gain control of your life purpose as well. Because I still find this card very interesting, because it's like, you see, he's literally working. He's playing his violin, so you could see he's like working on his craft, right? And you just got her sitting here watching him. What are you doing, sis or bro? Because we're not just gonna make this seem like this is women all the time, because men can be here and women can be here. That's usually what it is nowadays. Now I see more women doing this and men doing this. How did the roles switch? Because men been bitches since the beginning of the time, and we're not gonna go there. I'm just saying, like, for men to be acting like the way that they acting now in this generation is very weird, and that's coming from a man who's attracted to men, right? And like, I'm not even romantically, sexually involved with no man, because it's like, at this point, if you don't even know what your life purpose is, you're not even worth having a conversation with, period. I'm not gonna say worth having a conversation with, but it's just be like, would be the point if it's not about, like, depending on the situation, like with the environment. If I'm talking to people, right, it all depends on the environment. But I'm usually to myself anyway, for I'm not really communicating with much with people. So I'm only talking to people unless I'm at the store. So if you're not a part of my life purpose, right, then you're just basically an extra in my life, right? We got to look at our lives as a movie. What I don't understand is I can't even say what I don't understand. I understand it because we're in Mercury Retrograde, literally. Like, today is the first day of Mercury Retrograde. So you honestly going to think that we're not going to have no technical difficulties? Come on now. But my thing is this. Is this still one video, or are we like, is this a three-parter? Because I don't know how many times I had to stop this to start it. Well, I do know. This is like my second time, right? I had to restart this video. But as far as what I'm seeing, I think it's still connected, which is beautiful. All right, because this is probably an already long video. We can actually see in a second. It's only been an hour? No, it's been more than an hour. Stream manager. Oh yeah, an hour and 20 minutes. So maybe I'm about to end this shortly, right? I'm gonna just end this with some clarifying tokens. But it's like, it's really important that you learn to heal now. Forgive. There's no need to hold grudges at all for anything. Those grudges are only just going to be your blockages, right, in your progression. If you don't, then you'll still remain in this desert, hot-headed, right? There's that fire, right? You still tight. That's why this temperance is here, right? This chariot to cool you off. Oh wow. Right? That's funny how we had that last reading, right? But that iceberg, and it was like all that fire, right? That also could be significant. Reconcile. I know it's hard. Easier said than done, I get that. But I'm telling you, it's going to be more liberating when you can learn to forgive and move forward. And then I have 3 extra ones, so because they, right, we just do 2. I don't know if I can read reversals to some tokens, but I'm like, where did I put the book at? All right, so we have 43. We have 11. So that's the candle. I don't think that's the candle. It's like, I was gonna say the candlestick, but it's more than that, right? 43, not 34. Menorah. Jewish origins, light in the darkness. Wow. So somebody may be Jewish, right? Or have some type of connections, right? Also, too, this also could be around the time of Hanukkah, where you might get this reconciliation, right? We're just getting the energies right now during the Mercury Retrograde, which will last until the 18th of October. However, right, because again, communication is really the best thing you can have at that moment, right? Just talk to that person at that moment. Don't even be like, don't be so quick to dismiss them, right? That's all. And number 11 is enlightenment, new information, rabbit hole. Wow. So maybe somebody is discovering the truth about their heritage, their origins, and now they're doing some studying, some research now. Now they're obsessed with it, right? With their heritage. Or obsessed with the idea, right, of their background. Then we have the 8 ball here and 45. So 8 ball is 8, means vulnerable position. Behind the 8 ball, intuition, mystical wisdom. Vulnerable position, right? Right? That temperance, it's literally letting your hair down. And look, that's the horse. I think I pulled the horse before, and before I even look at it, I know that it talks about freedom. 45. Yeah, freedom without restraints. Travel, power, right? So somebody's getting, oh, wow. Oh, that's beautiful. Discovering your life purpose, because you went and you did your research on your past, right? You find out who your family, your bloodline is, right? That's going to help you move forward in your life now, right? No more being stuck, no more being confused, no more being in this drought, because you can also look at that as being in a drought. This is desert. This is nothing but fire here. However, right, to not really downplay this card, because this is the Anubis Oracle, right? Now I have 2 books. This book came with the deck, but there's also an actual in-depth book. I ended up downloading it on here to really kind of understand these cards a little bit better. Because this is just a brief description, while the other book, it goes into how to really, I guess, learn how to use the cards as well and get like the full backstory. But it says the desert, sacred archetypal element of fire. In the desert, we are surrounded by sand and a fiery red sky, with sun pouring down on the ground and the wavy energy rising into the air. This is a mirage, this is not a mirage, but rather another dimension. The domain of fire. Many mystics have quested for answers to life's deepest questions in that place of aridity, fire, and heat, for it is a place of true transformation. The energy of fire is quick. It consumes everything in its path in the blink of an eye. The energy of fire pushes us towards death to the old and the struggles for new birth. For when we go out into the desert, we realize how tenuous our hold is on life and how easily and quickly we might perish. Yet it is our willingness to die to the old and leap into the fires of transformation that we surrender the outcome and the future to wisdom beyond our egoic minds and egoic designs. Trial by fire speaks of the tempering quality of fire. It burns away the dross, which includes everything except the essence of what needs to be carried forth. Out of the flaming heat, the scorching fires of transformation, true wisdom is born. Rising up out of the desert pyre like a phoenix with brilliant multicolored feathers glinting in the relentless sun. When you draw this card, it indicates that you are in a fiery process of death, rebirth, and transformation. And of course, it's in the middle of this reading too, at that. So you're literally in the middle of this process. For some of you, right? Take what resonates in your timeline, right? We all are in different situations, right? Yeah, even though our situations may be different, there's something like that connects it in every way, shape, or we're all connected through the universe, obviously, but let me just read on. Spend some time sitting before an open fire or in the sunlight. Light some candles, especially in the dark days of winter. Oh, wow. And the moon was under that. But I was saying something about how, like, Hanukkah, right? Hanukkah. Because Kwanzaa is, like, African holiday, right? So, but, you know, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas, that's all wintertime anyway, right? Down the rabbit hole. Let me find out. Ask the fire to embrace and guide you safely through your transformation. Fire can provide you with the courage to face whatever challenges is before you and the energy and vitality to accomplish your goals with responsiveness, wit, and passion. Look at that. I like that. So yeah. It's but how do you want to heal, right? How do you heal is the bigger question. I'm not asking that from a personal standpoint. I'm just like saying that, speaking from the collective. Somebody's probably watching like, well, how do you fucking heal? Well, what is it that you love to do, right? Go for a walk, listen to some music, run, right? Exercise, play video games, draw, dance, anything that just really gets you active, going, feeling happy, and enjoying life. Should I even get into these cards? Maybe these should have been the first cards to pull out and then, right? But it doesn't matter. You know, I'm all over the place as usual. But just find your muse. Regardless. I'm pretty sure I say that a lot. So the card that was there was dominant, and the card that fell was verse bottom. Should I bring out both? Oh, and then at the bottom, this is Soul Tribe. Because I told y'all, this is one big deck, essentially. So I'm not really trying to... Look at that. Look at this. That's a lot. And then not only that, y'all, this is not even complete. I just bought another deck to add to this. And I also need to add more cards. Or I gotta write down a card for my Edgar Allan Poe as well. But yeah, how are we gonna do this? I'm probably just gonna do it like this. So we have Soul Tribe and Mind Games, right? There's family and tribe right there. and mind games. So maybe somebody you thought was your soul tribe is playing mind games. And they're going to be the ones that's coming back, right? Coming back like, oh, I realize who I am now. and I'm sorry for putting you through whatever it is that I put you through. Is there a way we can work this out? Right? Oh. Study time and research. I just feel like these are all just like basically still like it's all energy, y'all, right? So this is all just confirming. Religious, wow. Self-care and healing. Should I pull more? Should I pull more? We're at 1:30. I'm not gonna go to 2 hours, I promise y'all. We're not gonna be at 2 hours. Alright. Homie is checking you out as well. Look at that. My handwriting is a little sloppy, but somebody's watching you, right? Didn't I say that? It's either this person is watching you or they got somebody watching you. But homie is checking you out as well. So maybe the homie is watching you. So maybe he got his friend watching you and they like what they see. Yo, and they like what they see. You could be a dancer too, or dancing could be one of the things that you're good at, or one of the healing processes for you, right? You be surprised, right, with the right set of music, how your body moves and how it really makes you feel, right? Especially if you're in this energy, right? If you are really hurt, if you're still hurt right now, or I right, be dancing. You can't run. You can't run from what's faded, pussy. But yet, right? Yet at the bottom of the deck is you have free will. You do have free will. I mean, you can try to run, but it's only just going to create more baggage, more burdens, more heartache, and more heartache, more heartbreak, right? Was it the Two of Swords or the Three of Swords? Or one, I think that was the Three of Swords. No, it was the Two of Swords. No. Wait, hold on. Where's the book at? Because, damn, my memory is 6. It's swords. I know it's a sword, but which sword? Three of Swords. Yep, the heartbreak. Wow, look at that. Ciao. At the bottom of the deck, it says, why is you being weird? Why is you being weird to me, though? Right? Isn't that what we really want to say? That's probably what we're saying. Like, why is you being weird? Like, what did we do to you for you to sit here and be weird to us, right? Because he's probably like, well, why are you being weird to me? Because you was being weird to me first. Like, the fuck? I didn't do shit to you. You decided to go left, right? Mob ties, yeah, exactly. Because you wanted to be out here in the streets. Because they wanted to be out here in the streets. Oh, wow. Private investigator. So you're definitely being watched. Somebody's watching you. But it's just, right? Don't worry about it. Live in the moment. Focus on you. Continue focusing on you, right? That's what we've been doing. But this person who's watching, trying to get spies and shit, needs to live in the moment. Need to heal. I think this is what it is. Oh, probably informing me about somebody else who is watching, right? So you also could have your own situation going on, right? Like your own business. You probably on social media, right? Doing your thing, and somebody's watching you as you work. Like I explained that too. Self-care and healing, right? Oh, but right. Self-care and healing. I'm literally doing what I love. Oh, this is a step in the direction, right? This doing tarot is a step in the direction of me doing what I love. We have mind games here. We have the ops and we have dealer. Build and expand your business, speaker. So you could be a public speaker as well, right? I'm speaking, right? And also when I do these readings, I'd rather not have you watch what I do, only because it's literally just cards, and I'm speaking everything that I see. So as you're listening to this video, you could be doing something productive as well. Just saying. I mean, you don't have to, but it helps, especially when you need things done. You know, it's multitasking. Oh, wow. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I have Creeper Perv, I'm Addicted to You, the ops. Oh, I mean, but the devil there, we already know that somebody has some type of obsession, right? Could be you, could be them. Either or. I feel like it's vice versa, right? Because at one point, you may have been obsessive with somebody, and then the moment you took your power back, right, and started focusing on healing, that's when things started to change, right? The world at the bottom of that. Letting go, right? Once you let go, things start to change. What was underneath that? Sexuality, right? You start getting into yourself more. You start feeling yourself. But all this, though, it's for the family. Everything happened, right? Because, let me tell you how. Because that Kill Bill reference, right? That was essentially kind of like my situation with a certain person, a certain individual. Actually, that's thing one, right? Because I told myself that I'm not going to use their signs no more. I'm going to call them thing one and thing two. So that's my situation with thing one, right? He kind of basically just like cut me off. I'm like, I'm trying to work this out, and you're just going to shoot me in my head, right? And just imagine like that process of trying to heal that hurt, right? It took me some years to heal from that, and to really not be obsessive about it anymore. To the fact that like it's been, right, that infinity symbol, it's been 8 years for me going through this cycle of trying to understand what the fuck happened. That's me being obsessive about the situation instead of letting it go. Right? Letting go, moving forward, focusing on myself, right? And this was before I started getting into tarot. Like, I would always be online in some way, shape, or form, trying to see what he was up to. Not to well, it could be kind of stalkerish. Yeah, you can kind of say that. Because then even, like, I used to be around his block a lot. But again, it was, well, yeah. Because it was never being intentions to, like, run into him. But I would always keep that in my mind. Like, I would hope, right, that he would run into me in some way, shape, or form. Like, because even when I would be around his block, I didn't know where he lived until maybe just this year, right? 2021. And that's because he told me where he lived at, right? Because for the longest time, I used to be at this park at his block. I knew he lived in the area. I just didn't know where he lived, because if I knew where he lived, I would have showed up on his doorstep. Not to create conflict or anything, but, you know, to try to reconcile. It's just whenever he comes around, I get a little bit flustered, right? I don't know how to really compute, how to really be in the moment, right? Because of the hurt, the pain, the truth of it all. It's just like he knows the truth about what he did. And that's probably what hurts the most, right? Because they're like, you think that just because you avoid somebody that you don't have to speak no truth to the body. But if that is still, if you're still hurt about it, if you still feel some type of way about it, then clearly there's some healing that needs to be done in order for you to really move on and be at your best, honestly. And that's all I've been trying to do. You know, I'm healing. Like I said, I can't say I'm healed, but I'm healing. I'm doing the best that I can I'm doing the best that I can to heal without the need for closure, right? That's where I'm at with my life. So it's just like, once you can kind of let go, right? Let go of needing closure, things will be a lot better for you. Change will start to come. And I feel like that's when the cycle will happen, right? So you've probably spent years on trying to reach out to a certain individual to reconcile with them. And you're just like, at this point, it's important that I need to start focusing on myself, because it's like, how is this really benefiting me right now in the moment? So it's like, oh wow, lurker and watching. So somebody really is fucking watching you. That's crazy. As I say that, I'm looking out my window and somebody's riding a bike down the other way. Nothing really significant. I'm just like, somebody's watching you, and I'm looking out my window and I see somebody, he's like right there. Gin and tonic. Somebody could be drinking black magic. Not somebody's drinking black magic. Oh, well, shit. Watch what you're drinking, because that could be something laced, right? You could be an alcoholic. Not an alcoholic. Oh, shit. Well, you might be now with that addiction. Or maybe, right, the alcohol is the black magic. Deja vu. I've been here before. It's a future I can see. Ooh, yeah. So be careful with what you're drinking. Shit. Where am I at? Because I'm about to be at 1:45, so I'm going to end this shortly. Right. The avoidance. You can't run what's fading. I feel like also that could be a situation. And I'm really trying to do the best that I can to, like, with this reading, I want this to be like the end of talking about thing 1 and thing 2. I want to be able to move forward and really kind of get into something else, right? I think that's probably why I need to step back from doing tarot. Probably. Because I do want to help people. That's like a mission of mine. I want to be able to help people. And the reason why I picked up my own, like I picked up tarot to begin with, was to help myself, but to also be able to help others, but from a therapeutic standpoint, right? So the deck that came out with this was the Hermetic Deck. I'm going to pull one card. And this was my very first deck, and I think this was my second deck that I actually bought. What the fuck? King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. 7 of Wands. Somebody's defensive. So somebody, right, who apparently knows how to talk is a defensive. So how you know how to talk, but you defensive? Oh, right, because of the words that you're gonna say, right? You don't want to end up hurting somebody again. But I feel like at this point, right, collective, this person hurt you, but they won't hurt you again. And I will say that because, oh, well, shit. Today is the 27th, which is the first day of Mercury Retrograde. But also, you can't really see, but I got a tattoo here. I don't know, we'll get a better lighting one day. You'll probably see it eventually, right? But I stated before that I'm getting this tattoo. This tattoo, I think I got on this day, the 27th, which was 4 years ago. And with this tattoo, right, you can look at it as like a protection, right? I was gonna say protection spell, but I don't know how I really feel about magic and shit, like, because I end up creating this tattoo. So it's 92 in Roman numerals, but it's separated, and then in the middle it's 17. That's supposed to be stylized as a D. So 17 is supposed to be significant to me as 2017, right? 2017 was the year I turned 25. 25 was just a milestone for me, I guess, right? I made it to 25, get myself a tattoo. But that tattoo, right, was just an independence type of situation, right? If we want to talk about being obsessed or addicted and stuff like that, I don't know if I stated this before, but this tattoo was inspired by thing one, and because of how he hurt me, right? To not allow another man hurt me the way that Aquarius hurt me, right? And again, it wasn't like he was like low vibing. He was disrespecting me like throughout the entire friendship. It was just more so like this instance, right? It just blindsided me because of everything that we were building up towards just was thrown out the window. So just imagine you have somebody that's calling you your best, that's calling you their best friend. Y'all hanging out as much as y'all can, right? And then you start to, catch feelings for them uncontrollably. It's like you didn't have the expectations to have any type of feelings for them, and that wasn't even on your mind when you first met them. Believe it or not, they probably wasn't even in your fucking type, right? Like, and then now you're fucking head over heels for this nigga. Like, 8 years for me, y'all. So y'all could be going through something a little bit longer than 8 years. Hopefully y'all, I pray that y'all go through less than 8 years. But for those who are 8 years or more, healing is required. Healing is most required. It's definitely required. I don't give a fuck about how cool and calm and collected you think you are. Let me tell you something. If that person come back into your life right now, you still gonna feel some type of way. So if he comes into your life, listen to them. Hear them out. And then you say what you need to say without being butthurt about it anymore. The fact that they're presenting themselves to have communication, that is the first sign of them wanting to transform themselves. So if you can't give them that opportunity to have that conversation with you so they can heal, then how do you expect yourself to heal as well? Right? Don't be petty. Damn, I said I wasn't going to be at I was going to stop at 1:45. We are now at 1:47. Move on. Move forward to that brand new passionate beginning. To that spark. That it's being creative too. That wand right there, that's a big ass wand too. Oh, Wheel of Fortune. Right? Because there you go. You move forward, and then now the cycle, right? So, how karma, what goes around comes around, right? So this is crucial. What goes around comes around, right? Because then, if we go back into Kill Bill, oh shit, Queen of Swords. Right? Because she had the katana, right? And she kicking ass and taking names, right? You see, she cuts somebody's head off too with that katana, right? So in that story of Kill Bill, you see what happened. She wanted to have a brand new beginning with her daughter, right? For her baby daddy to come in and like fuck shit up and potentially try to kill her. For her to survive that, get her revenge on everybody that was associated with him, right? His spies, his allies, right? Fuck everybody up because of that. For then to talk to him and get her bloody revenge on him. But the way that she did it though, she didn't even have to use no gun. She didn't have to use no sword. She used her damn bare hands. Not only did that, right? Because you see how he literally had a gun, a weapon, right? No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Remember that. So if you're divine, right? If you are meant to shine, if you're meant to be on this world, if you have a fucking purpose, right? Your destiny. Oh wow, look, soul, right? Oh, and there's the fire. There's the fire right there, right underneath the mind. Of the soul. Where did I see mind at? Oh, Mercury, right? Or it don't fucking matter. But destiny, right? Whatever your destiny is, it's fated, right? So if it's meant for you, it's meant for you. You can't run what's fated. So she woke up and killed everybody, including her baby dad. But the way that she did it was in the most satisfying way, because it's just like she used her hands and she hit him in the heart out of all the places, right? He fucked her up by shooting her in the head, could suffer from brain damage and all that, right? For her to come back and return her favor, but made sure she did it in the correct way and got him in his heart. So she was just like, oh, because he was just like, oh, you wanna make these decisions, right? You wanna play mind games, so I'm gonna shoot you in your head, right? So she was just like, oh, so you wanna fuck with me emotionally? I'm gonna get you in your heart. Be careful of that though, because this is not a movie. This is real life. Even though I just said life is like a movie, just be mindful that the main character, right? You know, it's different. Because I've also watched that movie. I'm like, how the fuck isn't no cops in this damn movie other than the beginning, right? The sheriff saw her, and that was the only time he saw cops. Mind you, when I was watching this movie, I ended up going into a website that kind of was breaking down like the movie. I don't even know how I ended up coming to this website, but it was going through some tropes. I think the website is called TV Tropes, but it was going into like the details. Like people were just like had so many questions for the movie, and one of the things was like, how was she able to kill 2 people in the hospital, maneuver her way into a truck, be there for 13 hours, and still not get caught? Right, like that's movie magic right there. But in the reality of it all, right, you can't do that. So we can't be like the kid and, you know, with our swords slicing and dicing everybody. The way we have to do it is a much mature way. So physically we can't do what she's doing, but metaphorically, right, we can do what she do. So in some way, shape, or form, right? But it's just that revenge though, right? Because again, like he knew he was going to die. Like he already knew what was fated for him, right? So she ends up, you know, doing the 5-point palm heart exploding technique. I think that's what it's called. To his heart, you know, once you do that, you hit the 5 pressure points on your heart, you take 5 to 6 steps, and then you just collapse. Your heart explodes and you die. And I just thought that was neat, because of just they had a whole dialogue. They right? Mercury Retrograde. So remind you, this was Kill Bill was a 4-year stint. So again, mine was 8 years. So hopefully y'all's is less than that. So for the past 4 years, she's been obsessed with getting her revenge, and she finally got her revenge to her getting her child. We don't really know the actual ending. Like, we see that she was in the bathroom crying, you know, tears of joy. She finally got her baby, and then like that was it. She set off into the car with her or whatever, and that was the end of it. But it's just like she ended up getting her closure though. She had the conversation with him for her to still kill him. But again, that's because of what he did to her and how fucked up that was. So your situation may not be that extreme as Kill Bill. However, take heed to the innuendos of that movie that could reference in your real life. 6 of Swords, oh wow, and Justice. Six of Swords is moving on to common orders, and of course Justice is literally justice. You got the yin and yang symbol there, so literally opposites attract. For what is that Newton's law? For every positive reaction, there's a negative reaction, right? So you see how they reacted negatively to you and you've always been positive about the situation for the most part. You mean, of course, in the beginning, you had your animosity towards them. Fuck them. They ain't shit. This, that, and the third. Like you've had your dark night of the soul, and once you did your healing work, you've learned to start to be in a higher vibration. You start to be the bigger person, and you continue to stay the bigger person, no matter how foul people will go. Period. Because you staying calm and true to yourself will always be the greatest victory, right? Stay true to yourself. Daughter of Lord of Truth, right? Justice. There's Saturn there too. And then you have the karma. Also too, there's a reader that I watch who I've ended up showing off just recently too. Her name is Queen Cup. In one of her videos, she was saying how you shouldn't call karma a bitch. Karma is not a bitch. And if you think that, then yeah. Excuse me, then you're just gonna have bad luck your entire way. But she was saying that karma is not a bitch. She's basically there to let you know all the fuck shit that you've been doing. She points out all the fuck shit you've been doing. Saturn, however, is the one that really kind of comes in and really fucks shit up. So she's addresses it. So karma addresses it. Saturn takes care of it. So karma takes note while Saturn takes care of it. Just be mindful of that. Or maybe it's the Saturn return. One of the twos. She explained that in the video though. That's what I was getting at. So really we're at 2 hours in. But yeah. Just be mindful of your intentions when this person comes back around. No need to stay petty. No need to be resentful. If anything, right, because you're aware of somebody coming in from your past that you're really kind of fed up with, this is the perfect time to really start healing. Get down a notebook and start writing down the things that you're still hurt about. Write down your truths. Write down your truths or speak your truth. Because even that is still a healing process. It's still another healing process as well. Speaking the truth. The truth will set you free, right? Freedom. Also too, right? I was I'm gonna try to make this quick. I follow somebody on Twitter. I guess you could say he's like a porn star, right? An adult entertainer, right? He does his own thing, right? But he just recently came out as being pansexual. His name is Jay Benga, right? And before that, though, he was calling himself straight for a very long time. But then a few years back, somebody tried to expose him, right? They tried to expose him. They tried to blackmail him. They tried to take him off his purpose, right? So now in 2021, he's starting to live his truth. He's starting to live his truth. And then the one thing that I comment on, and then we're going to end it on that note. Oh wait, not Netflix. I just don't want no porn pop up, because you know I do be on. But it says, oh well, I'm not going to show you because there's a video attached to it that he's actually, doing it to a trans woman. But it says, so I decided to own my truth. I am pansexual, not gay or DL, just simple. If I'm attracted to you, I'm attracted to you. Tap the link below to access the video. I didn't like it. I didn't share the video, but because it's porn. I'm trying to watch. I'm trying to keep that on a minimum on my page. I mean, I'll still like some things out, but I bookmark a lot of stuff. But it says, honesty is the best policy. I wrote this. Actually, I can show y'all this for a quick second. But it says, honesty is the best policy. The more we can be honest with ourselves, the more life becomes more fun and freeing. Only God can judge us. It's amazing to see men become less afraid of other people's opinions. Can't nobody tell you anything now. Happy for you. Congrats. Right? You start to live in your truth. Can't nobody hurt you. Can't nobody hold you back. Can't nobody blackmail you. You can't feel guilty about anything anymore if you live in your truth. In that last reading, right, when I had the Edgar Allan Poe deck, right, that Three of Swords came out. Three of Swords, right? That Three of Swords came out. But the story of the Telltale Heart, we knew about that neighbor. We know about the man and how he had this weird obsession. Oh my God, where he's at. He hiding, right? The devil trying to hide. You can't hide from me, devil. Not today, Satan, right? So he had this weird obsession with his neighbor and that fucking eye that kept driving him crazy. To the point where he killed the man, sliced him up, and put him underneath the floorboards, right? But during that whole scene, right, or after he did all that, for some reason, it was that his heart, that man's heart, that sound like was still beating underneath the floorboards. But that really was just his guilt eating at him to try to like let him know that you've done fucked up. Now it's time for you to confess and this, that, and the third. So that also could be another thing too. Guilt is also probably hearkening on somebody, and it's time for them to start coming in with the truth. Literally, when you got Chariot in here twice, like I said before, you can't run what's fated. So with the double confirmation of the Chariot, somebody is coming in whether you like it or not. But just be mindful of what the fuck you're going to do when that person comes around. Because what goes around comes around. If you want this cycle to end, you better do it correctly. Do it properly. Right? Religion is there. So I don't know whatever kind of religious beliefs that you have. You need to throw those out the window. Other than, the typical, what would Jesus do? Forgive and heal. Forgive. I wouldn't say forget, but definitely forgive. Always forgive. Right? Like we talk about Jesus. In the background, forgiveness. It's simple. Learn to forgive. If you can't forgive people that hurt you, then just imagine the people that you've hurt, right? Just keep that in mind. You may not think that you've hurt nobody, but in some way, shape, or form, just your words alone can hurt. Whether you believe that or not. How you say things can hurt people as well. So just be mindful, collective, or cross watchers, right? I guess I was going to end it with an oracle, but I think we already have the oracles here. But thank you guys for watching. I wish that I really wish that it helps, right? I hope this helps. I would love for this to help in some way, shape, or form. And also, too, right? If there's something that y'all need me to elaborate a lot more on, let me know. And I can make another video to elaborate. I think I need to go back onto those other videos to kind of have like a continuation. Because again, this is all just energy, y'all. But Mercury Retrograde is from now until the 18th of October. So just be mindful. Just be mindful of the things that you're doing, right? Anything new, I wouldn't start now because it's just going to fall through. That's why I really want to probably not start anything new. As far as trying to be like creative with anything. If anything, right, what I need to do is go back to that podcast, which kind of started this in the beginning, in the first place. Well, Sacred Black Sheep is what I'm transitioning into, transforming, right? Because Phuck You TV is literally derived from the Phuck You podcast, which I end up creating a few years back with people who I was considering friends at the time. But the podcast is on hiatus because the way I want to do it doesn't align with the people that I was working with. So I had to fall back. You know, and what's sad is before the pandemic, my intentions was, and it's so crazy how like, it's so crazy how the world really kind of communicates and can really can really, you can co-create with the universe. I will say that because 10 years I've been trying to work on my work for myself, have my own business, but I've been struggling with how to transform that, to change that into my life purpose or even my destiny, right? That's been hard for me. It's important that you do the things that you love. However, it's also important to love something that's beneficial, not for you, but for the rest of the world as well. That's what I want to work towards. I love playing video games, you know, but how can I use video games in a way that can help people and not just myself? Because I enjoy it, but it's just like, it's fun to play by myself, but I would love to have a family tribe of gamers, right, doing this shit. How you see everybody else on Twitch. You see I'm on Twitch, right? In some way, shape, or form, trying to put myself out there, transitioning into going back into video games. Like, I'm not going to walk away from that when that's been the thing that's been with me from the beginning, right? So that also could be another thing too. You discovering your life purpose, right? Mercury in retrograde, we're reflecting, we're going back. Maybe it's time to go back to old things that you used to love, right? That could be anything. That could literally be like fucking toy car models and shit. Like, you know, like the old school, you like fucking put the pieces together and now you got your car, right? If that's what you want to do it. Just do it. Do what you love. Don't worry about anything else. I understand bills and stuff like that. Yeah, I got to take care of. I'm not telling you to quit your job or anything. If you have that instinct to do it, then go with your instincts, you know? But don't be like, I watched the reading and I quit my job. I watched the reading and a reader told me I should quit my job because if I quit my job, then it's going to benefit me, this, that, and the third, right? Understand the struggle of your decision making. Can you see that? Yeah. Because this is struggles. This is juggling, right? And this is the family, the foundation, the house, right? So just be mindful of how you are about to juggle your finances. That's it. Because you can probably have money saved up and you're like, all right, I'll quit my job. But is that money that's saved up going to suffice for the time of you not working? But you also have to be mindful of like, you are in control of yourself, but you don't have control on how you're going to get that success, right? It's just you do what you love and then the universe will do the rest. And then it's only then when the universe will feel like it's time for you to get that attention that you deserve, right? Keep that in mind as well. Co-creating with the universe, right? That's all it is, co-creating with the universe. If you're doing the things that you love and the divine, right, source sees that you're doing what you love and how it's affecting people in the right way, then you're good. You're going to get what's yours. People are going to start coming around. People are going to start noticing you. You'll start to get that recognition. Your business is going to pick up regardless. Some people have the benefit of working their job and having their business, you know? Some people don't have that attention span to work at their job and then try to work on work on their business. I've tried to do that. It's hard for me. I have ADHD. I need my focus to be on one thing and one thing only. So if I'm going to work and I worked 8 hours, I'm coming home, I'm going to go right to sleep. I'm probably going to watch some TV. I'm going to relax after working an 8-hour shift and not really focus on trying to put effort into my business, which is fucked up. That's why, like, if I do get a job, I need something that's either going to be close to where I live or the hours are going to be short. That's it. But if those two don't work out, then I just have to put myself into a tough spot, right? To then kind of focus on my business to give me that drive. The chariot's not here anymore. Oh, here's a chariot, right? To give me that drive to push forward with my desires. So yeah, I'm not working right now. However, well, I'm not getting paid. I'm working right now. This is essentially my job. And even once I even start going on Twitch and shit, start doing my video. I'm on Twitch right now, live, and I'm going to post this video on YouTube. So please make sure y'all follow me on both platforms as well, especially if you want to catch a live reading. We can interact more with each other. But yeah, it's all about transitions. What do you deserve? And understanding that, like, things take time too. And the thing about me is I've been trying to work in a way that what I do is effortless, right? So like I come on here, not just this, just anything I do will become effortlessly. That's how work should be. I should be able to wake up and do what I love and it not feel like a chore or an obligation or like just a pain in my fucking ass that I don't feel like doing, right? That's what I'm working towards. A more efficient and sustainable and abundant life, And it's nothing wrong with having those goals. It's hard when you don't have the right people around you. So it may be a point where you're going to have to cut people off. Or you probably already cut everybody off, right? But just be mindful of how you cut everybody off too as well in order for other people coming in. And that has been my biggest issue, right? Because of how that situation happened with me in Aquarius, how he just abruptly just like ended our friendship with no real clear explanation, that kind of rubbed off on me in the wrong way. Because now that's how I react to people. When things don't sit right, I just fall back. No explanation, hey, what you doing is hurting me, this, that, and the third. It's just like, I see you moving weird, I see you acting funny, I see that you're doing something that's like slighting me. I'm just gonna fall back. I'm not gonna address it. But when I disappear, you should know why. That's fucked up. And we shouldn't be working like that anymore. I get it. You don't want to deal with conflict, but if people are doing those things, they don't respect you. So at least respect yourself to address the situation, right? That's it. Address it. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Not even why are you doing this, but what are you doing? You don't need to be doing this. And if anything, you don't need to be doing this with me. Right? So how can what is happening here for this to become resolved? Again, not saying that we need to be friends again, but just so whenever I walk into this room, you know not to overstep any boundaries. Period. But I think that's it. It's 8 o'clock now, 7:57. And we've been 2 hours in now, I know for a fact. Yeah, 2:15. Good Lord. But thank you guys for watching. I hope y'all have a magnificent day. Stay the fuck out the troubles. Stay out the way, because we are in Mercury Retrograde. So whatever it is that I was saying here, take heed to. Because even if it's nobody from your past, there's still people coming in regardless. So, to shake shit up. This is Mercury Retrograde. So, the people that you're moving away from, there's going to be people coming in as well. And that also could be the conflict. But that's like always the thing, right? But thank you guys for watching. Make sure, well, if this video helped, please like the video. And if you enjoy my voice, subscribe, right? And follow me on Twitch. I have games. As you see, I do have a video up of the Castlevania, the Advanced Collection. I'm terrible at those games, but nothing wrong with just playing through them and then, giving my opinion on things of the sorts. But what I really want to get at is co-op. Nintendo just announced the 64 and Sega Genesis expansion pack for the Nintendo Switch Online. So, I got games that are multiplayer anyway, but I would love to play like those classic games with people from around the world, especially at Mario Kart. I hope they get Smash Brothers on there, the original Smash Brothers, because I love that game. Fuck the new one and what they did to Sakurai. I can't wait till this damn game is over so he can focus on Kirby and other games. I really want that Kid Icarus. That's all I really care for. But, Kirby will be his baby, and then, you got Kid Icarus next. So once this shit show of Smash is over with, he needs to rest and recuperate, because if you've seen that man over the years, he has aged. He's aged rapidly. I'm going to say it like that. He's aged rapidly. The way this development goes for those games really takes a lot out of him. And even at one point during the Smash for the Wii U, he was admitted into the hospital, I think, or he had to step down for a minute, And I'm just like, I don't like that. I hate that. Like, why? Why is this game such an impact on him that way? It don't even need to be that way. But he gets it. He understands it. And, this is what happens when you create such a phenomenon, right? It's like now you have to go full force in it, even if it kills you. Right? Oh, whew, Jesus. Talk about things that you do that you end up regretting, right? I'm not going to speak for him and say that he regrets creating Smash, but I know in some way, shape, or form that he feels some type of way about creating this damn thing, creating that damn game, for it to really take a toll on him like that with his health. But in general, though, we all go through life experiences. So even if he wasn't creating that game, who knows what could if the same thing could have happened to him. And whatever other thing he would have did if creating video games was the thing too. But I don't know why I end up getting into that. But thank you guys for watching. If you liked, like, share, and subscribe, comment, and also follow me on Twitch. Most importantly, follow me on Twitch. I'm working towards being an affiliate or an associate, something like that. I'm trying to basically be a part-timer on Twitch. So I would love for you guys to help me with that. So please like and subscribe, comment, or hit the thumbs down button too if you didn't like it, and comment on what it is that you didn't like or what I need to improve on as well. But y'all take care. Love y'all for real.